How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Crypto has a massive problem. We actually saw something pretty devastating over the weekend for crypto holders, and everyone seems to be talking about it today. And honestly, it happened, I think, Friday, and it kind of eluded me. Been spending the weekend with the family, but some big things are happening, and it all comes back to Bitcoin. All roads lead to Bitcoin. Bitcoin fixes the problems that we're seeing right now. We're seeing a stock market crash due to what's happening in crypto. We have a big event happening tomorrow, repayments for FTX starting tomorrow. And we also have rampant fraud, according to Elon Musk, with Social Security. And what is it? One more thing, we have more fraud, possibly some fake gold bars from the Bank of England. Let's talk about this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, if you want to go further down the risk curve, instead of going into memes, right, you can check out the links underneath the video to BTCC, to WEEX, to Blofin, BTCC, CoinW. You can leverage trade on those platforms. So if you're trying to get a little bit riskier, with everything that's happening in meme coins right now, I might make an investment here or there in meme coins, but largely I have been leverage trading with the higher risk part of my portfolio. Keep in mind, 80+% of my bag is in Bitcoin, spot or ETF. I'm just chilling on that. And then the rest, I invest into some layer ones, into some higher risk assets, into leverage trading, that kind of thing. So there are links underneath the video in case you want to try out one of those platforms. There's also a link to the Patreon as well. If you want to get serious about trading crypto, you can check that out underneath the video. Now, Javier Milei, I think a lot of people have heard of him. He's the president of Argentina. He's looking at impeachment. He apparently tweeted some support for a cryptocurrency, meme coin, on Friday. It flew up to multi-billion-dollar market cap and then fell down 90% plus. So a lot of people are thinking this was a massive rug because they can see snipers going in. The CoffeeZilla just made a hour-long plus interview with the person that's kind of put this all together. He's the strategist. And he said, yeah, we sniped it ourselves. We sniped it so other people wouldn't snipe it, or if they did snipe it, it wouldn't matter quite as much. They have $100 million sitting in a treasury. They're just trying to figure out what to do with it, whether to pump it back in, whether to pull it out, whether to give it to some of the people that lost money. But $100 million. I feel like this underscores what can happen in crypto with meme coins, where they launch, insiders make a ton of money, they rug pull, and then, a lot of retail traders are left holding the bag. I mean, there's so many retail traders that still don't know what they're doing. I get a message every few days about someone being rug pulled, about someone signing up to some platform, and then they put their life savings into it. Like, the fact is, there are some unsavvy retail investors, and they will fall for stuff like this. And even some of the savvy retail investors, maybe it's a game, right? But it's a rigged game. And he even says that the person that created this says, if you're throwing your life savings in it, you're dumb, basically. If you're playing this game, it's not a good idea. The person that's creating these meme coins is saying, don't invest in meme coins. And that's, again, why I talk about leverage trading. Of course, there is risk in that, too. There's risk in buying Bitcoin, right? So leverage trading is way further down the risk curve because not your keys, not your crypto. You're also adding a price component and a time component. But you can make a lot of money very quickly doing that. Now, meme coins, totally different game. It is sad to see this because Javier Milei, a lot of people love, yet he kind of got tangled up in this. He might not have known what he was doing. Maybe he did, but it sounds like he didn't really make anything from this, yet people are pissed off at him, right? He endorsed a crypto that rug pulled. Now, some people would say, well, Trump created a crypto that's fallen down 70%. Melania also fell down, 98%, something like that, something crazy. And this continues to happen, right? Trump kind of opened up the floodgates for more people to do this, and there aren't really that many repercussions. Now, they are talking about impeachment for Javier Milei, which caused the stock market in Argentina to fall down 6% today. So pretty big, I say crash. Technically a crash is 20%, but like in a day, I'd say that's a crash. If you're gonna talk about an equivalent, like a 1 day equivalent, that is high vol right there. Like we have not seen that in a long time in the U.S. stock market price since COVID, when we were seeing moves like that almost daily. But this isn't really good for crypto. I still think there are cryptos that provide a lot of value. I mean, look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink. These kinds of cryptos actually do stuff, right? They have utility, they have use cases, they are valuable. They allow people to, send transactions seamlessly without a third party, or to collect data and put it on the blockchain, like all different kinds of things these blockchains do. Bitcoin fixes this though. Bitcoin fixes these kinds of issues because you can invest in something that doesn't have insiders. It doesn't have snipers. It doesn't have any of that. It's been around for 15 years. And yeah, there are some people that have larger amounts than others. That's true of every asset. And it actually is pretty stable when you compare it to these other cryptos. There's also some news of Musk saying that there are apparently 5 million people that are over 140 years old collecting Social Security. So massive fraud. He said a couple weeks ago that there's more fraud in Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security than anything publicly listed anywhere, ever. Anything that's public information, these trump all of that. So, I mean, think about that. 5 million people, let's say they're getting $2,000 a month. It's $10 billion a month being paid out to these people, probably over, a few decades, maybe longer. Let's say they died at 70. They've been paid for 70 years. That's insane, right? So you start looking at that, that's 120 billion times 70 years. Like, these numbers get insane. So I still feel like we should get more information on this, but Bitcoin fixes this as well, right? It's fair. It's provably fair. There's a limited supply. The government is not going out and stimulizing. You know what I'm talking about. Making stimulus like this. They're not just pumping out free Bitcoin, right? No. So Bitcoin fixes this. Apparently, there's some news. Crypto Rover reported that Australia found that Bank of England, who I think custody some of their gold bars from what I could tell, they found some fake gold. And there's some rumors that Elon Musk is that he's gonna audit Fort Knox, like the U.S. Bitcoin reserve, U.S. gold reserves. There are people that think that they're under collateralized, that they don't have all the gold that they say they do. I mean, how hard does Bitcoin pump when you realize that the small shred of gold that's backing the U.S. dollar isn't even there anymore? Like, they're lying about that too. I don't know. I think this is a very bullish time for Bitcoin. And tomorrow we start FTX repayments. There are people that are saying that this feels like FTX, like the timeline on Twitter feels like FTX. But at the same time, Bitcoin's sitting at almost 100,000. We're a stone's throw away, a couple days of pumping, maybe even one day of pumping, depending on the news, away from new all-time highs. And yet, crypto Twitter seems defeated. People in crypto seem defeated, and that's because a lot of altcoins are down significantly. I mean, even the good altcoins that have performed extremely well are still down 30-40% from all-time highs. Ethereum's at new Bitcoin Ethereum lows, or ETH Bitcoin lows. It's just continuously like bouncing 10% or 5% or a couple percent and then falling down significantly. Like every move that falls down, it comes up about 10% up that move, then falls down, then comes up 10%. But yeah, we continue to see Bitcoin dominating the market. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, I feel like if you're going to go higher risk, I know I've said this several times, but leverage trading makes more sense on multiple platforms than buying meme coins and trying to figure out when to sell them, because you're already looking at Bitcoin, you're already looking at Ethereum, Solana, you're already tracking that most likely because it's in your portfolio. So this is a higher risk version of it, but also there's nothing wrong with just holding Bitcoin for a long time because you make really good money doing that. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me know if you think this kind of thing brings more people to Bitcoin or sends more people away from crypto, right? Like how many people got screwed by this and are now just leaving or are turning into Bitcoin maxis? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.